Following is a presentation of TFNN.
Of TFNN. Hope everyone's having a great day out there, safe day, folks. Always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And right now, folks, we're going to focus on Harmony Gold. We're going out to South Africa. We got our man, Mr. Graham Briggs. Graham is the CEO of Harmony Gold. We happen to own Harmony Gold, and it couldn't be a better time to get them on. They just came out with their quarter end, the year end numbers, August 15th. Graham Briggs, welcome back to TFNN.
Hi, Tom. Thank you very much for having me.
I'll tell you, it's a pleasure, and you know, it's amazing watching your company over the years. I mean, you know, it's a pretty incredible ride. You know, you've gone from all these deep mines to now, bottom line is that a lot of people are looking for those big assets you have, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got some lovely assets, Tom. Of course, the one in Papua New Guinea is a prize asset, and I'm sure lots of people would love to play with what we could say is, in Charles terms, our fantastic toy. But it's a hell of a lot better than that.
It's amazing. So let's start. You know, I was looking at the numbers here. I mean, your operational cash flow is going up. You know, the rand is getting weaker. Where would you like to start? You have a lot of great things that are happening.
Yeah, I think the lovely place to start is really with our own strategy, Tom. And as you well know, we've been doing a lot of things in the last few years, closing older operations down, focusing on some new operations, sinking shafts and developing mines here in South Africa.
Yes.
A lot of exploration in Papua New Guinea, and that exploration has led us to, you know, some fantastic results. And of course, right now, with the gold price doing what it's doing, whether you're in rand terms or dollar terms, it's such a fantastic time to be a gold miner. So bullish all round, and of course, everything is in the timing. And we look like we are going to have a fantastic year forward if the current trend continues, especially with the gold price.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, let's talk a little bit about your Papua New Guinea. You know, I mean, that is one huge backyard. When I say a backyard, folks, well, we'll let Graham talk to you about it. You know, can you bring us back a little? How did you end up with this? How did you get this property?
Tom, this was a company which was an exploration company. We bought into it in 2003. The exploration company had cobbled together some previous exploration areas. It was known as a fairly smallish deposit in those days, and what we've spent over the last few years is drilling into these deposits. And I personally spent nearly 4 years in Papua New Guinea, so we know the ground well. And now it is now a billion ton ore deposits. Goldpoo, which is the copper gold part of it,
yes,
is over 1% copper, which is just simply a fantastic grade of these types of deposits. So it's big now, and it's got grade on its side. We're in partnership with Newcrest, which is an Australian company, on this project. And it's now going through pre-feasibility stage.
And folks, you know, as you're listening to this, don't forget that it's archived, but with the archive, I actually have the slide presentation up. And when you're looking at this, can you know, I'm looking at the slide, and I'm familiar with the other monster that, you know, copper gold that's out there. It's mostly copper, I believe, in Mongolia. But it's amazing when you look at that slide as to Wafi right now would be totally undervalued in correlation to what that other monster is, isn't it?
Yeah, the big one that you're looking at, I think, is what we commonly call as OT in Mongolia. It's Ivanhoe Mines, I think in joint cooperation with Rio Tinto.
Yes.
It's a big operation which they're building at the moment. It's under construction. I believe they've started the actual construction of the mine. It's several deposits, but it's a big guy, and it's close to 1% copper. but it only has about 0.3 gram a ton gold, whereas Wafi-Golpu, we're talking 1% copper and about 0.8 gram a ton gold. So more gold in Wafi-Golpu. But of course, what is happening at Wafi-Golpu, it is growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. You'll remember, Tom, in our last presentation that Wafi-Golpu dot was much smaller and well below what's the big daddy of the world, of course, is Grasberg.
Yes. Yes, no, and I saw those new drill results that it's still getting bigger, which is absolutely incredible. You know, can you talk a little bit about, you know, folks, of course, in the U.S. they always hear, you know, about plenty of gold companies, but it's pretty amazing as to the amount of ounces that you get out of the ground are pretty incredible, right?
Yeah, in this particular deposit, Tom, the growth has been incredible. It's now, the Wafi-Golpu resource is sitting as 100%, it's sitting at 26.6 million ounces of gold, 9 million tons of gold, and if you convert the copper into equivalent gold, then you're talking 70 million ounces. So it's a big asset. And it's grown in the last year by 10 million ounces of gold alone. So it really is a good asset.
Amazing. Now, I know you just came out with an announcement the last few days because all these mines cost a fortune to develop, but now you have an additional 300 million in order to keep that baby going, right?
Well, the idea here, Tom, is that we're thinking of, in the next few years, going through various feasibility studies and also looking at doing some early work so that when it comes into production, it can really go.
Yes.
Is that we'll need to spend some money on infrastructure and so on. So we've got a debt facility of $300 million, basically to take us through the next 3 years, and this will really determine that we can actually get it into production into the future. So, you know, we've got a bit of cash flow coming out of South Africa, but this is really a bit of security, if you like, to make sure that we can actually achieve our objectives.
Yeah, which is fabulous because there's no doubt you never know when curveballs come along. You know, let's talk about safety a little. I was looking at the slide with the safety and harmony. It's amazing. You've brought down the accident rate pretty dramatically in the last 7 years, haven't you?
Yeah, Tom, and the reason for this, really putting it in a presentation like this, is that, you know, a lot of people, a lot of newspapers talk about South African mines and their safety record, and really don't talk about the improvements. And this is what it's all about. I guess, you know, we've still got lots more work to do. There's always more work to do on safety, and we'd like to be better, but we've shown phenomenal improvements in safety in the gold mining business, not only in Harmony, in South Africa.
Yeah, no, you can see it. And folks, so when you take a look at it, I mean, it's incredible. If anyone could do that in any type of business, that would all love that. There's no doubt about it. You know, when we take a look at, you know, going forward, you know, you operationally, you're in a cash flow right now. You have those assets that are out there. I thought it was pretty wild how, you know, Newcrest was saying that, yeah, they'd love to buy your stake, and you're saying, yeah, I'd like to buy Newcrest stake. That's a nice position to be in, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, as we were saying, you know, this is a great asset, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to get hold of it, Newcrest our half and us their half. But, you know, this is a big asset, and even having 50% of this pie is going to be a great thing.
Yes. Now, the mines that you know, operationally, you've made them better. You've shut down a few. How have you, you know, when I'm looking at some of these slides, I mean, operationally, these mines are performing for you a lot better. Has that got to do with the price of gold or with the operational cost?
No, Tom, it's really a case of these assets were all in their infancy, some of them, and, you know, we've now sunk the shaft, fully equipped the shafts, we're now developing the ore bodies, and slowly building up production. So they're not at their peak production yet, and they're building up production. As they build up production, of course, their costs come down because you have better grades, better tonnages. And, when you're not in full production, of course, you have the full overheads. The operating people are all there, but you don't have the dilution effect of more tons and more gold coming out of the mine. So it's a case of building up production, and that's where the increases come from. As the ramp-up comes, so the total costs will come down.
And, the final part of the whole package, I guess, is that, I know that the workers and the communities, how Harmony takes care of them, but now you actually have a wage agreement also going forward for the next few years, don't you?
Yeah, we have a two-year wage agreement, a little bit unique in Harmony's case. And this is the case of the lowest paid workers actually got the highest percentage, and the highest paid workers the lower percentage, to try and sort of close a bit of the wage gap. And what we have got in there is not only a two-year wage agreement, but we also got a bit of a profit-sharing agreement.
Yes.
And this is where hopefully we can align employees, of course, with the objectives of not only management, but the shareholders as well. So they will share a little bit in the profits, and with this gold price, of course, it's going to be hopefully work very well for us.
And, when we talk employees, folks, I believe you're pushing like 42,000 employees now, right?
Yeah, about 40,000 at the moment, Tom, but it's about 40,000.
Well, that's quite a responsibility, isn't it, Graham?
Yeah, I guess a big responsibility, and you can imagine the challenges with so many people, especially a lot of those people being underground, probably 75% of those people being underground people.
Amazing. Well, listen, I want to congratulate you, number one. I know you've been working in a big way, and it's just great to see. It's great to see everyone. You got a Ferrari going now. There's no doubt about it, man.
Yeah, this is a bit of a 8-cylinder car now. It wasn't firing on all the cylinders, and it's starting to fire on the cylinders, and it's starting to make the right noises. So now we need to really put down the pedal and really go for it.
Well, listen, it's always a pleasure getting an update. We really do appreciate it, Graham. You have a great one, a safe one, and of course we look forward to having you back and getting more information about you going forward with Harmony Gold.
Thank you very much, Tom, and you have a great day as well.
Thanks so much. Have a great one. Have a safe one. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. And, folks, you can come over to our website at TFNN. The presentation will be up with the, you have to see the presentation, folks, because what happens is that there's slides that are associated with them that are pretty incredible. Right now, futures, you got the S&P futures up 4, the NASDAQ futures are down 2. We got gold up 320, trading at 1788. Silver's up 33 cents at $40.15. Platinum's up 27 at $1,844. You got light sweet crude up $1.82 at $88.47. And bonds are down 8 at 136. We're going to be right back, folks.